Okay, so today I'm going to talk a little bit about, ways to research products that are probably hot without having to go through all this rigmarole that a lot of people want to go through. I think it'd be very helpful to provide this information. So at this time, currently, I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple of cool sites. Winello's one. You look at the followers on the website. Of particular stores, and I think this is a great way to do some research if you want to launch a Shopify store, even a WordPress store, to look at the items that they're selling on here, and who's making a lot of money, who's not, all that kind of stuff is very important. So I'm going to go to the big hitters right now. Now, as you can see, this store is a Nordstrom store. Net A Porter is all nail polish and stuff for nails. We have this aesthetic, like stylistic store here. We have an accessory, shoe, and handbag store from the looks of things. We also have a men's store that does focus on casual clothing, and you see women in there as well, so men and women. We also see Kate Spade of New York, and there's just random items, covers, just things that are kind of cool. Coach, Tiffany and Co. So as you can see, you can duplicate these items and create your own store with Tiffany lookalike items. Not to say you're Tiffany and Co., but you can say make a store like that and kind of duplicate the products they're selling already. If you want a home style store that's like home and garden type thing, home decor, this would be a good store to kind of look at their items and duplicate them on your own store. Juicy Couture, Tory Burch, these are like the big heavy hitters, but you can kind of duplicate the items and get lookalike items and put them in your store. So that's a great way to start. Here's another option. These are, I don't know exactly like how they're ranging it. It's kind of like low to high, like how many people they have as followers from what it looks like, but it might be the fact that they have made more money, but we can't expect that to happen because we're independent. So we'll look at independent last, unfeatured and recommended as well, and just kind of gain a little, you can see the pattern. There's a lot of people that are kind of looking at unique items. So this store is actually 1.3 million followers, 1.1 for Steve Madden. And more or less, a lot of these brands are kind of like the big brands. So we're going to go in here as Forever 21, Victoria's Secret. So I'm going to go ahead and move on from here because we don't want to look at that, because that's not a real true way of understanding what kind of niches are in. There's a store called Alda Home, and they just have one product. I don't know why. Myth and Symbol, there's 2,000 followers, and there's some cool little small items to buy there. There's a makeup store here, Ritual de Filet. Then you have these are independent stores, 1,369 followers, and so on and so forth. And as we move down the page, we see a trend of home decor, jewelry, Tiffany and Co. So you use the big brands to kind of look at what they're doing, and then you duplicate your own type of store out of it. Now, here are some stores you may have heard of, maybe you haven't. Some of them may be independent. I haven't done all my research on everything, but I'm using this as a basis, bikini, maybe a bikini type, store that has a lot of different variations of these two. Maybe you want to go ahead and have this store here as a basis and kind of mix the items from both of these to kind of give accessories and different things you can do for your customers. This is more of like a hipster store, looks like here. This one looks like a sexy type item store that has like bikinis, stuff to wear that's kind of, sexy looking. Then we also have the other items here that, Fashion Nova. You can look at their type of trendy items that are selling and, kind of duplicate them on your own store. And you can do that with bestsellers with Amazon. This one, I've seen a lot of these styles. I even have that in my own particular Shopify store now. So there's a lot of things here that are actually starting to become a pattern, scarves, little things like that. Sometimes it's great to have your items priced at a lower rate. Maybe you make $10 an item, maybe you make 20. You don't want to price it too high to where you're not going to get sales. So just keep that in mind. You can always test your products. Look at this here. This has a lot of different things in there. Brook and West. There's also I can't even say that. I'm not going to go there. But you get the idea. It looks like there's some trinkets, earrings and things of that nature being sold. And then this one, I'm gonna go into this store just to kind of show you what they're doing. Now, I'm not saying that this is all, this might be the supplier itself, but this is a very nice dress. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna look like that in that dress unless I got some hip jobs and maybe a couple breast jobs or something, but you want to look good in the dress, and you might not look like them, but you'll look good. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a little bit of the same dress, and I'm going to try to find it on AliExpress and just different stores, places, and try to figure out what they're actually having to pay for that. Okay, so I'm going to go in here and try to find a dress that's similar to that, or even maybe that dress itself. Maybe I won't find that, but as you can see, let me go back. Hello, Jamie Lannister. I'm a big Game of Thrones fan, so I'll be building like a store that's like that later. That's gonna have some items in it, memorabilia for movies, for channelclip.net, so you'll see that later. But at this time, currently, just so you know who Channel Clip is, they're actually a website that promotes YouTube content. They give you free views, and I highly recommend it. But moving forward, there's some different dresses we see here. We're not seeing the exact match here on Google. Let me see what I can find. Let me play with Google search with the photo. I would recommend, if you have a WordPress site, that you disable that, and I have a plugin for that actually that I can highly recommend. So let's see if we can find the dress for a cheaper rate, and it looks like it's on this website, and I don't know where it's from. It's not available, so obviously whoever it is ain't paid their money and their website got removed. So let's go ahead and go to a different one. I thought I seen it for like really cheap. So it looks like we're not getting much of a type black. I just want a black one. So it's supposed to be a leather dress. I didn't even know that from my first glance. So it's on Winello, it's on Dress Clue, it's on Lover Dress, and so far there's only maybe 2 pages of items. I'm gonna just take a gamble and go here because I keep seeing that website name, and this is looks like this is maybe where they're getting their stuff from. I'm gonna have to contact this store and see if I can kind of like, it's called Global Sources, and I've heard of Global Sources as a supplier, and I heard they're pretty good. So maybe looking into this for $6.88 and selling it for $21.60 might be a great idea. So I would recommend you go to Global Sources. You might want to sign up with them. I'm going to go ahead and do a tutorial on them next, but for right now, this might be a good option. I'm going to save this as a saving option because I believe a lot of these items that I've been seeing online are coming from this supplier, and this is beautiful. I really just want to do a test order with them and kind of just test out their quality to see if it actually looks just like this. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in my cart, and I want to see what kind of checkout process we have. Now I'm gonna proceed to checkout, and it's telling me to register. They say they take all of these things. This is a verified supplier, 5th year, so they have good business etiquette as far as I know. I would have to go to Global Sources and check them out, but I think this is a good candidate to add to my store. So I just showed you how you can find suppliers. Google search, just go ahead and try it. I think it would be a great opportunity. Wish app is another option I would try because that shows you trendy items and what people are really looking to buy. Now this one shows 10,000 people bought this, 1,000, 200K people bought this, 20,000K, 100K, and so I'm going to go ahead and click on this option. Let's see if they've disabled this in their website. I'm not showing a Google search option on here, so they've done that. I didn't even know that. This is the first time I tried it on Winello, so they were smart. They did the right thing. I can pretty much, I would say you could buy these for regular, like if you wanted to buy these for $13, you could probably sell them for $26 or $89. It says $89 US pricing, so you do what you want to do. I would recommend making it maybe twice that to make a little bit of money. This is an item I might buy because it's cute, and I want a white one, and I want to save that because next time I'm going to go back to it and buy it later. So I'll be using this app this week as well to, kind of buy a couple things and just, I'm not going to go crazy because I don't got no money like that to be playing with. I want to invest in my business. But this is a good app to use to kind of figure out what people are looking to buy. So that was it. I just wanted to show you how you can find some products really fast. Thank you so much for joining me in the eCommerce Dynasty. Have a great day. And I hope you liked the video. Subscribe, come back. Go to our website, ecomempires.online, and become a member. I will be giving out podcasts on there that are not heard on the YouTube channel. I highly recommend that you join us. And thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning in, and check out Game of Thrones.